welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amy and I am on a financial freedom journey with my family. Today we will be going over our April financial goals and net worth update. I'm so excited to film this video. April was an incredible month for us. It was a huge income month for us. I will link up my April budget closeout if you want to go check out that video, which would give you a little bit more info, but I won't focus too much on that today. We're just going to go over our financial goals, how we are progressing through the first third of the year, and then also a net worth update. Not gonna lie, the net worth update was a little bit discouraging this month, but the market is gonna do what it's gonna do. So let's go ahead and get into it. So for our financial goals for April, I have this asterisk here because I wanted to remind myself that this was a month where my husband and I both got paid 3 times. So that's just kind of a visual reminder of that's why we were able to put so much more money towards our financial goals. Typically, we've been putting right around $3,000, but we were basically able to double that this month because of the extra income that we had gotten. So we were able to finish off our emergency fund in April. So we put $4,695 to our emergency fund, which as you can see completes our goal. And so we are 100% at that goal, which is really exciting. Then next we did start our house fund. So we decided to put the Roth IRA on the back burner until May. So we will start that this month, but I wanted to just get a head start on the house fund because it's such a larger goal for us. So we did get a head start on the house fund, and that was at $1,985. So we do have a goal of $25,000 for our house fund. That leaves us with $23,015 left to our goal, and that is at 8% completed. So I think we got a really good head start. I have gotten a lot of questions about this house fund on both Instagram and YouTube when I've talked about it, like what is it? If you guys are not familiar with my channel, my husband and I do own a home right now, and we are going to be selling it probably by the end of the summer, maybe early fall. We did meet with a realtor last week and we were kind of just discussing timelines and what makes sense and kind of like what the market's doing and all that. So I think we are going to be moving a little bit sooner than we had possibly planned on. So I will definitely continue to talk about that as we know more. As of now, we have not done anything like super final or anything. We've just kind of started the conversation. We met with a realtor and just wanted to kind of get a gauge on what our house is worth right now and what we could list it for and all of that. So just kind of starting the conversation, but I will take you guys along with me as much as I can during this process of eventually selling our house. So yes, this $25,000 is mostly for like fixing up our current home. So I'm sure that there's going to be projects that we want to do before we list the home. Obviously, you know, like touching up paint and all that stuff, just little projects around the house that we're going to want to do. I want to make sure we have just a sum of money that we can pull from so that we're not having to disrupt our budget throughout this process. And then also for like some furniture items. So when we do move, we will be moving to a 4-bedroom house. That is, you know, part of the reason that we're moving is we want a little bit of a larger house. We have 3 kids now and we really need just some more space. So we'll probably need some more furniture and just a few replacement items from furniture that we need to replace before we move. Furniture that probably wouldn't make it through a move, if I'm being honest. We have a lot of furniture from my college days that has, you know, it's seen better days. So there's definitely some things that need to get replaced. And then anything that's left in this fund will either sit in the fund or we will use it as an additional down payment. So obviously our next home will be more expensive. We're hoping to move to a better school district, so that will also be more expensive. So yeah, we just want to have some extra money. So that's kind of why $25,000. Honestly, it was kind of an arbitrary number when I was looking at our goals for 2022. In the prior 2 years of our like serious debt-free journey, we were able to send about $50,000 to $60,000 a year to our debt at the time. And so I put $47,000 worth of goals as a goal for us. Obviously, that may not happen. It may happen. I don't know. It's kind of too early to tell still. I think we're making really good progress and I'm really proud of the progress that we've made so far. Through the first third of the year, we have sent about $17,000 to our financial goals. So I would say we are pretty close to being on track. And typically the end of the year is a little bit higher income. I usually receive an end of the year bonus of some sort. So, you know, that could be an extra $1,000, $2,000 in the month of December as well. So just something we're considering. So again, we did not put anything to our Roth IRA in the month of April, but we will be starting that in May. And 529, I know I've talked about this in previous videos, but but that's not a super huge goal for us. We're basically going to leave that probably till the very end of the year and just kind of see if it's something that we can do. Our kids are still very young and it's not a huge priority for us right now. Our biggest priorities for this year were finishing our emergency fund and hopefully moving and getting all of that settled. And then next year we'll be able to tackle some of the other goals that we have, like 529 savings and hopefully paying off our mortgage. Obviously not next year. That would be a dream, right? But working towards paying off our mortgage, I should say. So more to come on that in future videos, but that's kind of where we're hopefully heading to. And then the other two financial goals we have completed. We did this in January. We both my husband and I increased our 401k contributions to 10%. We do hope to continue to increase that as time moves forward. However, 10% was kind of what we felt comfortable with starting with as like a jumping off point. We do both receive matches as well. So our actual contributions are more than 10%. Mine is actually 17% and my husband's is 14%. So we are contributing more than just 10%, but for now, that's what we felt comfortable with. We are hoping to continue to increase it, hopefully every year or even more than that, like if we were to get a raise or something. So let's go ahead and move down to our net worth update for the month of April. So if you guys have been paying attention to the stock market, it has been crazy the last few months. I feel like it's giving me whiplash. It's been up, it's been down, it's been all around. It's been really nuts. So obviously our net worth has been severely affected by this. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with our home value. So again, we did meet with a realtor. He recommended that we would be probably listing in the 300, 325 range. So this is obviously an underestimate of that, but obviously there's also fees associated with selling and all that stuff. So I'm going to leave it at 275. I'm not changing it. I know I said that in the beginning of the year and my stance has not changed on that. Although we do have a more accurate market analysis as of, last week, I still just want to leave it at 275. 275 is where we're at for now. And then our HSA is at 3,300. We did not pull anything additional out of this month. It's just kind of sitting there. We do have money that goes into it every single month, but in April we did pay off the rest of our outstanding medical bills. So I actually pulled some money out of it, but it didn't affect the balance because the money that I pulled out of it was basically the money that we were putting into it for April, if that makes sense. So it didn't really affect the balance of it too much, just by $50. That actually should start to increase again now that we have our medical bills paid off because we're not going to be taking money from it anymore this year. And then retirement and savings. So this is both my husband and I's 401ks. It's my Roth IRA. It is also our savings account. So this is including our emergency fund and our house fund. So as you guys can see up here, we put almost $7,000 into savings this month, and our retirement and savings actually went down by $3,000, which is really frustrating to see, but it is what it is. The market is down right now, and it actually has rebounded a little bit since I pulled these numbers on April 30th. It is what it is. This is a point in time net worth, and so I don't put too much value in it. It's just data points, and that's how I try to look at it. We are still up in this category from the beginning of the year. Obviously, we've put a lot of money into savings, so that's definitely part of why, because the market has been so down, but it's okay. We are going to continue in our journey. We're going to continue doing what we're doing. We are doing all the right things. We are putting money into the market. We are putting money into savings, and that's all we can do at this point. And in that same vein, my brokerage account through M1 also went down. It is at $1,470. I don't think I had any referrals in April, and I also did not put any money into this account. So it just kind of was down from the market, and I didn't put anything into it. So it was at $1,470. I will link below my M1 referral if you are interested in using it. They currently have a $10 promotion. So if you fund your account, you will get $10 deposited into your account from M1. I use M1 Finance for both my brokerage account and also my Roth IRA. I have a decent amount of money in M1 Finance and I really enjoy it, and I would really recommend it. Check that out if you are interested. And then car value, I'm not changing as well. It's at 17. That's a low estimate, just is what it is. Last month we did talk about, is a car an asset? And there was a lot of really good comments. I appreciated you guys weighing in on that. And I think the vast majority of you agreed that a car is an asset. I will be leaving it on here because I do think that it's valid to have it on here, and it is a part of our net worth. We did spend, $20,000 on the car out of our own pocket, and so that is a valuable asset that we own that we could sell in the event of needing to liquidate our estate, basically. I am considering it an asset, and if you don't want to, that is completely cool. Do you. So that leaves our total assets for the month of April at $464,320, which is actually down from last last month. When I pulled these numbers for March, the market was definitely a little bit higher. And then when I pulled it in April, it was kind of at a low point for the year. That definitely has to do with it. And it's, like I said, it's all just kind of an estimate anyways, so I'm not putting too much stock into it. Liabilities, our only liability is our mortgage. We paid off 6 figures worth of student loan debt in 2021. If you followed my journey since then, we started paying off my debt like very seriously in January of 2020, and we became debt free on December 31st of 2021. We spent 2 years hammering in on our debt and are now only left with our mortgage. So our mortgage amount right now is at $207,200. We are paying off about $400 a month with our regular mortgage payment. So we're at $207 right now. I'm really happy with that. Obviously, we have a decent amount of equity in our home, which is great. And hopefully with a little bit of a higher price for our home, we will be able to flip that equity onto our new home and have a really nice down payment. All right, so just moving down to our net worth by month tracker and our little chart here. So as you can see, it's been all over the place in 2022. We've been up, we've been down, we've been up again and then down again. And like I said, I'm getting whiplash, honestly, because it has just been all over the place. So we started the year at about 250 and we are just above it at about 257, down from last month in the amount of $2,445. It's always a bummer to see your net worth go down, but I know that we are staying the course. We are still up for the year compared to where we were in January. So I'm happy with that. And as you can see here, our trend line is really wacky because of 2021. Like we were, way more up in 2021. And then now we're kind of starting to bounce around a little bit. And so this trend line is a little bit goofy. I am hoping that we will get to the $300,000 milestone this year though, and I think we should. I think the market will probably rebound a little bit at least, and like I said, it already kind of has starting in early May. We will just keep doing what we're doing, investing, saving money, doing all the things, and see how it goes. So just down here, our net worth milestone tracking. Obviously we did not meet a milestone this month, but our next milestone is 300,000. So I'm really looking forward to seeing when we will meet that. Again, fingers crossed that will be sometime in 2022. Hopefully we will cross that $300,000 milestone. That is all I have for you guys this video. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you track your net worth? Do you track it every month? Do you track it every quarter? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear about it. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.